Welcome to the Hog Market Talk podcast, your weekly deep dive into hog market fundamentals, breaking news, and industry insights. Trading commodity futures and options involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors.
All right, today is July 16th. I've got Luke Wells with us today. How's it going, Luke?
It's great, Mike. How are you doing today, man?
We're doing really good. And now it's Thursday. Normally we do this Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, we were at a little deal. Sorry about that, buddy.
So I wanted to catch you after NPIC this week, get you out of the pool into the podcast room, and just see what your stance is.
I tell you what, it was hot. We needed the pool. We had a warm NPIC, but it's a great NPIC, Mike. That is a wonderful seminar, a wonderful conference. I don't know the actual number, but I think it was like somewhere around 1,200. Apparently, it was record attendees. It's held in Wisconsin, NPIC Kalahari Resort. Beautiful facility for holding large scale meetings. There's also this like little water park wrapped around it, right? Yeah. Indoor, outdoor. So very family friendly. So lots of kids, lots of family. I mean, and it's got good content, good agenda, but it's built to have time for networking and getting to spend time with customers, friends, allied industry, all that. So it's a great conference, huge success. Yeah, we just got back from it last night. I would say, kind of high points. I mean, a wide variety of topics covered, but what were the hot topics in MPIC? Health continues to still be, a challenge for us in the industry, right? So a lot of discussion around health, like that's not changed. I would say that freedom to operate, specifically is, NPPC, National Pork Producers Council, had a lot of stage time, just continuing to bolster up for finding, support for their initiatives. Prop 12 fix, Save Your Bacon Act, those type of things. Just challenges that continue to come against us. That was major. AI, and how you're going to implement that, drive that into your business and your models and your strategy. Huge AI focus. We were breakout speakers, and half our breakout we're really big into AI and moving our models forward. We announced ProAg Power AI, our new model that's coming soon. So that was right on cue with industry needs. Huge success for us to launch that. We're super excited about that. Then demand was a big discussion, which is the discussion in the pork industry. Protein demand is still high. Pork needs to step into and change some ways we've been doing it, so on and so forth. And again, nothing moves, Mike, as fast as you want it to, right? We're all action-oriented people, but we're making progress. I would argue not fast enough yet, but the NPIC highlighted that. So Sunday night, big welcome reception, family friendly, right? We featured a couple different products, Holstone actually, a couple different new products of theirs, a Coppola steak, a plume of pork, more just different, smaller, higher marbled type cuts on the hog. So big feature there. There was a schnitzel, which is the German, it's a pork tenderloin, if you will, feature on that. Some sausage features. I mean, so we didn't just show, just straight up ribs and loins, right? So featured that. Also for the pork industry, ground pork is a huge opportunity for us. Again, we're moving slow, and innovation. It's around new products, but it's also around change in process, right? We have more ground pork lines in plants today than we did a year ago. Significantly more. We have way more to go, Mike, right? But we all know how much hamburger costs. We all know the flavor profile of ground pork, right? So demand, a huge function and discussion at the conference, which was spot on. It's what we need to be focused on. So just to call out, thank you to the 21st Century Group for again organizing a world-class conference. Thank you to all our customers, our friends, our allied industries. Yeah, for ProAg, it was a great conference, Mike.
Let's start working on the futures here, Luke. We've been able to get a futures market on a little bit of a rally, really since going back to about the middle of June. We found a local low for the short term here. Tell me a little bit about what you've been seeing on futures on this rally. Technically, we're not quite to the 100-day moving average quite yet at 88.38, but just tell me some of the reasoning for this little rally and what you see.
Yeah, well, we're working up, we're going the right direction, right? And I think 26, it's really kind of manifested itself very much in first half of year, second half of year, right? And we've talked about this before. Also, I'll go through like the last, what happened already super fast, but we performed really well in Q1. Pork price was good. Q2, some things changed. One, led by inflation, specifically high fuel prices at the pump. That stung. That's hurt our demand. The consumer dollar, the protein consumption is good, but the pork didn't fare as well through Q2 for a couple different reasons. But we've really kind of fell down in Q2, right? It's been hot here the last 10 days. We got a little hot through the weekend, then hopefully some easing of temperatures, right? But May and June, those are the really good growing months. So this year, corn is reasonably priced. Revenue is still reasonably good. So everybody worked on making their pigs big, especially to offset for some health holes. Plus, we've imported some more, especially live hogs, Eastern Corn Belt, more Canadian hogs down, right? We basically have had the same amount of hogs year to date, and they're about 5 pounds heavier. That's 3% more pork on the market here through today. And we've had a lower cutout, right? So that's the bad. The good is we can build some demand up from these prices, right? And two primals that really needed to move for us to do that is the belly and the ham. Okay, we're in like the lowest supply of our year, and we've got, we had lower like 120, 130 bellies. Like we can feature that. We can sell that, right? So, we've made these comparisons to 24 multiple times to our clients, and it is shaping up like that. We felt like the discounts, not so much in the August. The August actually has a heck of a premium kind of dialed in here for this week versus historical, right? But these discounts that we had, AUK and decent afford, like the market's correcting those, right? And we're seeing that manifest itself in some nice movements. The old adage, on Memorial Day we eat T-bones and ribeyes, and Labor Day we're eating hot dogs. Just the consumer dollar gets a little tighter as you go through the summer, the vacations, the spends. Pork's got a value proposition, and we're seeing that. Plus, you got to feed a bull every day, right? I mean, the front end's got to perform. Cash hog trade this week, it was good. 101s traded, so we kind of inched up a new cash high. Didn't even have all packers really bidding. Had several packers bidding, right? A little bit nice move in the front end, and product continues to kind of continue to march it. And we were up again here midday. Good. We're just seeing those. I said that like we need the ham and the belly to move, and we're seeing kind of the right direction. So futures is responding. That's great. And then also, next summers, don't shy away. Next summers are trading in the upper 90s. There's a nice margin there on pigs too. So the board's, it's reacting. We're getting the right kind of price direction. That's good. I would say as we went through the conference, I mean, in general, like I mentioned health was a big topic, right? And so we definitely have had health challenges. PRRS is definitely a deal, right? And what I think a way to kind of manifest this is, in maybe a more normal year, we've always fought shrink and health, and maybe we're 88 or 90% full value pigs across the industry, right? Okay. Well, the separation is growing, the variation. So that's part of the reason why we've had equal supply to a year ago, just on live headcount, is because the good pigs, the good sow farms, like they're kicking butt, Mike, right? So that group, maybe it's 95 or 97% full value, but the flows that are challenging, remember maybe like 70, right? And 70 full value. So it's mixing together, but we maintain excited about the industry, that the tone was good. Everybody's a little disappointed this summer didn't do what futures had said it would do, right, back in our start of Q1. But as we look forward, the market is responding well. Let's build on it. We see some good things, and let's take advantage of these opportunities.
I'm looking forward to this area, just about $2 higher. If we get a chance on a lot of these hog futures, going to be some really interesting resistance areas, both on the chart and just with producer selling as well at those opportunities for potential. So the next couple bucks here in that Dees on it, that's going to be very interesting for me to kind of watch. Dees, that puts you right at almost $80.
Yeah, so for sure. And I mean, it's just watch this thing here. We're gonna have a close eye on this market here the next couple of weeks, and hopefully we'll get some follow through. I think we can, and give us some better hedging opportunities, Mike.
That we will. All right. Please click the link down below to get our 1 daily market commentary, 2 other marketing research, and please go to our website at professionalagmarketing.com to see any about us or any other things we offer. We'll be heading out on our crop tour here the first week of August, for example, a fun activity to really follow throughout the United States, and maybe we'll even get to see some of you out there. So thank you for listening in today. Thank you for joining us, Luke. I appreciate your time.
Have a good one, man.